And welcome back to Talk of the Town. My next guest is Todd Menzel from Prairie Towing. Todd, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you bet. So we're going to be talking a little bit about the move over law that I've heard a lot about. You see billboards, you see them up on the marquees that are up on the highways now. Can you explain a little bit about what the move over law is for those people who may not know?
Well, the move over law is an initiative to get people to slow down or move over if they see police, fire, EMS, and towing recovery. And I'd like to push that one step further and use a little common sense and use that same law for anybody that's on the side of the roadway.
Right, so anybody who has a stalled vehicle, who might be, fixing a flat tire or something like that.
Exactly.
Just use common sense, be courteous, try to move over if you can.
Exactly. If you can't move over, you need to try and slow your speed dramatically to allow them some space.
Yeah.
Realize that you're moving very quickly and they're on the side of the road very close to where you're moving.
Right. I think people don't often realize if they haven't been in a situation where they've been on the side of the road that it's scary when you've got cars running past you at 65 miles per hour. So.
Exactly, and the speed limit just moved to 70.
Right, yeah, absolutely. So have you ever experienced, obviously you've got some experience in this area, but have you ever experienced people not observing the move over law?
Well, absolutely. On a day-to-day basis, we find out that people don't move over or slow down. Back in February of 2014, I was actually struck by a vehicle on the side of the interstate moving at a higher rate of speed. So I was actually hit by a vehicle, run over and crashed.
Wow.
So it's pretty near to my heart to be sure that people understand what this law means.
My goodness, and you're up and walking around and you're still with us.
It pays to be a little bigger guy sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're so glad that you survived that and you seem to be doing okay, but other folks aren't so lucky, unfortunately.
Exactly. We see that on a day-to-day basis in the news.
Yeah. So does Prairie Land have any suggestions for motorists as the winter season is approaching? And I would say it's actually here now and not so much approaching.
Exactly. The biggest thing is give yourself some extra time. Be sure to slow down.
Yeah.
Don't if you're late, what's the difference being late by 5 minutes or 8 minutes?
Right.
By speeding down the highway or trying to go a little too fast around that curve, it's not saving any time. It's going to create a much bigger situation that you have to live with for the rest of your life if you hurt somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. And people don't often realize that, especially if they're not even driving that far, that speeding is not going to help you get there that much faster. So,
exactly.
Yeah, you're already going to be late. Might as well just be 8 instead of 5 and stay safe. Talk to us a little bit about some of the services that you offer at Prairie Land Towing.
Well, we provide a huge array of services, so anywhere from mobile battery service, so you'll see a little Kia vehicles running around and they replace batteries at people's homes, all the way up to one of the largest manufactured wreckers in the world, which is a 75-ton wrecker crane. So if you see semis tipped over on the side of the highway, we'll be able to operate those. Asphalt drums, windmill towers, so there's a huge array of things that we do. And then of course any type of towing, winch out services, unlocking vehicles, anything and anything.
Sounds like you got some pretty big contracts going on if you're delivering windmill towers and so forth.
We do. We have a huge array of from private to government contracts, and we try and stay busy and trying to help as many people as possible in a safe, efficient manner.
Wow. And you're a local business based in Sun Prairie, is that right?
We are. My father started in 1984, and then he passed at a young age. I was 12, and I helped take over the business at that point, and we've built it to one of the largest operations in the Midwest.
Wow. That's very cool. Now you have some technology that you use at Prairie Land Towing that sets you apart from other folks who do the same thing. Can you talk to us a little bit about what that is?
Sure. In 2008, I created an app that's approved through Apple to help dispatch our services and make our services more efficient and more fluid. So we have iPads in all of our vehicles. We're a kind of an Apple company. We virtually run all of our cards, take pictures, video in all of our vehicles. So we're making sure that our people are safe, but at the same time, we're using that video for after-action reviews. So if there's an incident on the highway that caused a major pileup or something like that, and we may have video of it, we're able to transpond that to the DOT and give them that video and say, hey, let's talk about this. What went right? What went wrong? What could we have done differently? How could we have cleaned that up maybe more efficiently or faster?
So you're actually taking video of you guys at work and your crew at work at the scene of an accident.
Yep, we have 8 cameras on all of our vehicles, so they have a 360-degree line of sight with audio, so we know exactly what happened, how it happened. We can be there as a manager to find out, did we do something right or did we do something wrong?
That's very cool. Then you're always getting better. It's always about trying to improve and make improvements. You guys hiring?
We are always hiring, so we're looking for great people, family-oriented people that want to create a great career. This is something that towing recovery is kind of has a maybe not a limelight in what we do. We're kind of a cleanup crew and an after response type of crew, but we have a lot of people that have spent a lot of years doing what we do, and they're great people.
Todd Menzel from Prairie Land Towing, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, good to see you. Yeah. Don't go away. There's more Talk of the Town coming up right after this. Stick around.